welcome to another Poor Choices. But yeah, we are having a different view of tugs, if you guys haven't noticed.
I have a new computer. I built a computer and it's amazing. And so my camera is now wider and higher, which is a great angle.
Yes. And
And I fancy and I have a stream deck and I have a new microphone and it's got pink lighting and it's that way you can't see it, but it's fine. It's everything's amazing. I'm happy. I'm very proud of myself. I didn't think I was going to be able to build it, but I did.
to be honest, I didn't think you were going to build it either.
It was touch and go there.
Way. I was worried like you would try to put something where it didn't belong and then break a pin and then break one item and then cry because that's what I would do.
I was terrified it was one of the more taxing things that I have done in my 37 years of like mentally taxing things I've done, because you have to be so careful. I was so careful. I was listening to the chat. I made sure I had so many people in the chat helping me. Jonathan, Stevie, Hokies, this new subscriber of mine, Mouse. They were all in there like, no, do this, make sure you do this. And I mean, it was 8 hours and most of them stuck the whole time. And I appreciate every single one of you. Yeah, we did it in a little over 8 hours and I finally got it done. And I was so tired. I didn't get up till like noon the next day.
Shout out to Hokies and Jonathan and Mouse. Then you guys are goats for honestly, I doubted you a lot.
Really?
A lot. Well, let's just say that I'm not the best with stuff and you don't come from a background of computers.
That's fair.
So
that is fair. But she's up and running.
I half expected you to like one of two things. Everything's all set up. And then of course the wire management or something, you turn it on. Pew!
Oh God. Yeah. I was worried about that. Was a big problem.
Or you didn't plug things in correctly and just wouldn't turn on.
Oh my gosh. I first lost it. Poor Duke like put my stream on at work to like see how I was doing. And he turned my stream on at my first mental breakdown, which was I'm gonna make it all these names wrong, but it's basically the little CPU chip. And you have to put it in and you put the cooling fan on top of it and it pins down. You have to use a thermal paste and like pin it down. And it wasn't pinning down straight. It was kitty corner like this. And I was on the verge of tears because I was like, did I break this already? Like this is what the heck? It was like the first thing that went wrong and it was fine. I just had to undo the screws and like Hokies is like yelling at me in the chat. He's like, just unscrew it, you're fine. And I'm like, okay. And it finally went in. And so that was my first breakdown. And then, and by that point we were like 6 hours in and I was so tired.
Yup.
But we did it.
Like, I need to start drinking now.
Yeah. I was like, I don't have wine for this, but I am so proud of myself for doing it. I didn't know if I was going to be able to. Honestly, I doubted myself a little because I didn't know if I was going to be able to. But
I'm proud of you. Congratulations. I put my own foot in my mouth for all the thoughts that I had. And I'm glad you didn't break any piece of your computer building it because God knows if I did it. Whew.
Honestly, kudos to everybody in the chat. You guys are amazing. You guys know how much I love you. And that night, I also hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So it was like a double win.
That is amazeballs. And I'm proud of you for that too. Congrats. 1,000. And how many hours are we at now?
I think I'm at like 18 or no, I'm at 1,900. I don't know if I've hit 2,000. Yeah, it was pretty close. So I might be at 12.
So guys, shout out if you haven't yet, please sub to That Tug Life. Or as Tugs likes to do, here.
Look at my
and if you can,
I'm at 1,954 hours. I'm close.
Hertz. Oh my God, Hertz. I think it was Hertz. Hertz, are you the one that sent me something from my throne list? By the way, I just got it.
Woo!
Yeah, I can't wait to actually open this and use this. But it's the Fealty recommended it to me. The Tartarus. He's like, you can play games better by programming these. So thank you, Hertz, for this. By the way,
what is it? Is it like a
gaming attachment? So you have all these buttons you can customize, and then there's the scrolly wheel, and I gotta learn what all of these things are. Oh yeah. So you can walk with this thing too. So you can use your thumb there instead of using the WASD. So
Oh,
yes,
interesting. Oh, you'll have to set that
excited.
up for Diablo the next time you play
Yes,
it for
I'm
sure.
so excited for it,
Your poor
honestly.
fingers.
Yeah, I'm my delicate fingers, guys. So thank you for the gift. I've been waiting to see you in chats, but yeah. Okay, before we begin our topics, just getting something here. Oh, Cajun, are you upset, Cajun?
Whoopsies.
For
I will
$5, but
say.
we have a joke. I was going to cook an alligator for dinner, but I realized I only had a crock pot. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
That was funny. I like that. I like that. Engaging with another $5 as I injured myself while measuring radio frequencies. Still hurts. I love it. Whatever. No one else is laughing, just me. Okay. Cajun Corey for a member for 20 months. Oh my God. 2 freaking 0 says boobs. I love boobs. I do.
I'm
I'm
sorry, I had
obsessed
my
with
mic
boobs.
off. That joke was funny too.
And Nightmare for $2 says, hello, Tifa and Aerith. Am I Tifa? Am I big boobie Asian lady who wears a skirt and fights?
Yes.
And Tugs is a sorceress who's beautiful and
Ooh,
graceful.
yeah. Well, graceful is a strong word, but we'll go with it.
I love it. I love it.
Just
Thank you
sub
very
to my
much.
channel. Thank you, Dawn. Yay. I do gaming.
Game. Jason Webster for 5 Australian says, hi to the amazingly warm-hearted X-ray girl and high-spirited Tugs. Poor choices here to make my week. Jason, have you started dating anyone yet? I'm expecting it's going to happen soon. You're always so bright, happy, shiny, and positive. And he works out too, ladies, okay? He works out too.
Yes, I am, because it's pink. That's also my theme, you guys. If you haven't been to my Twitter yet, and my Instagram too, you can check my pictures out. I posted a couple of pictures. All of my paint lighting that I can customize is like a pink color, and my monitors are white, and everything's white. And then all my lighting is pink, and I have like pink accessories on my desk. So I have a keyboard coming tomorrow that will also be white with pink lighting.
Nice. Shield Wall member for 23 months says, hey, what's up? Have a great stream. Thank you. We're almost at 2 years. Oh, we got 2 years to be monetized.
Somebody asked me that the other day too about how long Poor Choices has been around, and I was like, oh, it was Brian from Porch Conservative, and I was like, I think it's been like a year, maybe 2.
No, it's definitely been 2 at least. Like, we started the channel a couple months after we met in Vegas, so
yeah, that's right. Oh God,
so it's been a while.
Time has flied.
It's been a while.
Flown.
So
Flied's the word.
Jonathan Stevie, thank you for the Poor Choices membership. And then says for $2, not 5 ladies. Also, I believe in Tugs.
Thanks, Jonathan. Jonathan did believe in me. Somebody needed to.
Clearly, because yeah, it's because of my experience that I put that on you.
Oh yeah, no, you're fine. I'm not mad at anybody that was like, I'm sure. I've never done it before. I've never done it before. I don't know anything about that, and so much can go wrong, like critically wrong. I get it.
And if someone else is building it, then they have to replace the parts. That's mainly why I would get someone else to build it.
Exactly. I know. That's why I was so, that was part of my mental stress, was like, I can't mess this up, because these lovely followers and supporters of mine like paid for that. Like I was so stressed, but it worked out, and she's so beautiful, and I love her. So,
I love it. Amaze balls. And then Deranged Lunatic, aka DL member for 5 months, says, Tugs, valiant wishes you could have stayed on. Oh, how was that stream?
Oh, it was good. It was cool. I had a good time.
Oh, good. I wish I could have gone, but I was just a little busy.
Just a little busy with real life stuff, which I've decided I'm no longer doing. So
yeah.
I wish I could have stayed on longer too. And I showed up a little late too, which I still feel bad about. That's totally my bad. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike. I saw you
Mike, I
text
can't
and I
wait to
totally
see you
didn't text you
soon.
back. I'm so sorry.
Oh, so
busy
it's not just
today.
me. Yay.
To be fair, I fell asleep on you when you had texted. I was just like, well,
That's fair.
I'm in bed.
I'm used to it. If I ever get kidnapped,
Don't
and
tell us, girl.
the kidnapper is like, you have to text somebody that will not text you back in order for you to let you go. I'm like, I got this.
And I don't mean that in the worst way. Like I'm not.
No.
Just am busy.
She's not being mean about it. She just is super busy.
Like,
yeah, busy.
Can I just tell you how many text notifications I have right now that I have to attend to? 32.
I'll text you, Mike. 32? One of those is Mike. Poor Mike.
Oh, well, I mean, some of it's my MasterCard, so I know if it's okay. So let me just X that out. Okay. The rest are for realsies. Okay, 30.
I was expecting that to be like this big list.
I was hoping to.
Oh, no. Okay, 30. Wow.
Oh God, I'm so sorry. I'll get
you can
there
tell Extra Girl
eventually.
doesn't shop a lot.
Well, I mean that's a good thing, I suppose. But
yeah,
I was so good at replying to texts, and then when I got too many texts, I was just like, okay.
Yeah, back when Extra Girl and I first started dating, she would text me all the time, and now she's too famous. It's fine, Mike.
God.
I'll text you, Mike. You text me your number, I'll text you.
This is true. Don't forget you're forgetful. How am I supposed to remember that if I'm forgetful?
You need to remember all so it can light up to let you know that you've forgotten something.
You know
but
what?
It won't
That
tell you what you
reminds me. I gotta take my.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, I gotta do mine
I gotta take my mushrooms.
Do you notice a difference at all?
I think I think clearer, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm still waiting. I'm not on my 30 days yet, but I'm like, I don't know if I feel anything different. Maybe.
I hate swallowing pills.
I was like, are you okay?
No.
And those are big pills too. I got
They're honkers.
Pretty sure I have the same brand as you. I got it on Amazon. And
the
I was
lion's mane?
Yeah, I'm looking at the label. It looks like mine.
Look how big it is.
They're huge. I'm like, for what reason? What is the reason? Jeez, Lisa.
I don't know. Mountain Mutt says if you want to message Extra Girl, might be the quickest just to use snail mail. Call me. Honestly, if anything is an emergency, call me. I will pick up the phone. Excuse me.
Wow.
Anyways,
that is what she said. I would play my That's What She Said, but I don't think you guys will be able to hear it.
Okay. Can we start with like positive news? Like I feel like I want positive news.
Yeah.
Okay. I think this is positive, but I know people are probably gonna be like, meh. But this girl, redhead libertarian, I saw this, but don't know her, but I'm proud of her. Lizzo, look at how much she's changed. Off the shoulder sweat. Look how much she's changed. She's actually showing less skin than she was when she was bigger.
So, kudos to Lizzo for not being the influencer gym girly is and wearing the hoochie shorts at the gym.
She could have. She's done it before.
She has done it before. We all remember the plane debacle of 2021.
That got Anna a blue check mark on Twitter. Yep. Yeah. But I think it's funny because she fat shamed her backup dancer, but now she's actually like fat shamed herself into working out. So
that poor backup dancer. Didn't she get fired, that backup dancer?
I think so.
I hope she gets gets her money. I hope she sues. I don't know if you can.
I mean, it's a really big learning lesson for her, maybe, that she was obviously taking out on other people. Probably her
we need to
problems.
find a before picture. You don't know what she looks like before? I
promise you, she is smaller.
She is very much smaller. I'll see if I can find a good one.
Colors for fall.
Let's see if we can find like a comparison. Lizzo weight loss.
We need to find, like, if you find that, well, her booby's showing, so I don't know if we can pull it up on YouTube, but here's a good one. It's not a video, it's just a picture, but you can see it. Oops. Oh, wait.
Here is I have a picture here, two side by side. I don't know what the time difference is, but you could tell.
Yeah, this one too. Here, I'll put it in the private chat.
You can share it. Just share it.
Oh yeah, duh.
So what is
Secret
So,
diet plan. Oh yeah, Ozempic.
2019 to today? I mean, her face just looks happy.
You can totally see it in her face. That is a thing with women, by the way. Our weight loss is first noticed in the face. That's how I know. My face looks different. I'm like, let me share screen. Here's a good one of her all made up. That's a huge difference. That's her before, and then the video is the after. It's a great. I mean, good for her. I also would like to get on that Zempi train. Thank you so much.
Ozempic. Do you think she's doing both Ozempic and
I think she is. For somebody her size, it would not surprise me if a doctor was like, let's help this a little bit. And you know, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. But and also that article that you had up said something about like a secret diet plan. Tells me it's probably assisted. But hey, listen, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know. About it, ladies.
It happens when you're a celebrity. Honestly, the biggest thing for me, if I were ever to go on like a diet, would be just if someone could just make my meals. It'd be great.
Oh god, that's the hardest part.
Yeah, I can go to the gym. I can just eat whenever. And just if you could just make that for me, great. Please, thank you.
The second hardest part, at least for me, is like we get all healthy and we shop and we have good foods and blah blah, and then never fails. I'm at night, like I want a little snacky snack, and I want a sweet snack, and there's nothing sweet.
Protein shake would be my
well, I usually do like a spoonful of honey or something like that. So
still not the same. Doesn't have crunch.
No, but at least it quelches that sweetness. You know, sometimes you're like, I just want something sweet. Or fruit. I've been having a lot of fruit in my fridge lately to be sweet. Yeah.
So we have a couple of articles here. So I think you had sent me this one. Oh my God, my ideal man.
Michaela.
All right. Michaela. Honestly, okay. So she wants a 6 foot or taller, good facial bone structures. I think this is a bit kind of vague.
This list is so specific.
What is a good facial bone structure? I need to know.
Henry Cavill, maybe he's got a good facial bone structure, like a strong jaw. Maybe I don't know what that means. And why only the face? I would hope that all of your bone structure should be good. You don't want to like step down the stairs and break a leg. You know?
Yeah. So we got IQ of 120. I don't know what that means because I don't really understand IQ tests.
I think that's super smart.
I'm not smart.
Let's see.
Has a deep voice. But how deep is deep? Does it need to be like or like I don't know. Funny, this again, vague. I hate when women say I want someone funny. Of course you want someone funny, but what is your funny? Are you like,
are you into like super macabre dark humor?
A deadpan,
like the girls that make the videos being at the grocery store and they find, like, I saw this girl with a skeleton and she's like, look mom, I found dad at the Halloween store. Like, are you into that kind of humor? Or are you into corny haha humor? Also, Stephen Hawking's IQ was 160, so she wants a 120 plus. She's looking for a Stephen Hawking type of guy.
It's above average, just like 6 feet. Okay, so you remember that quiz that we did? I would love to put this in the quiz.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Your man, what percentage of the population? So assertive. This also is another thing that I would be like, some people don't like that when they're actually assertive.
Yeah.
They're like, only on my terms. Okay, that's not being assertive. It's being subservient.
Yeah.
Cowboy personality, so someone from the country, I guess. Or
what cracks me up about this is cowboy personality and an income of $130,000 do not go together.
I mean, unless you own a farm and are making that much money,
which not any farm does, I don't think.
Unless also, if you add on like the IQ, like it's like a bit contradictory.
I too like to create characters in video games that don't exist.
Me too. And then optional, Ivy League educated, old money. This is such a
you know what she's looking for? I'm gonna tell you what she's looking for right now. I'm
Sugar
gonna tell
daddy.
you right now what she's looking
Who's
for.
hot?
She is looking for John F. Kennedy Jr.
Are they dead?
Or John F. Kennedy. She's looking for JFK. He's dead, ma'am. He's
Okay.
been dead for like 60 years.
I don't know. I
Because
didn't know
let's think
Alan
about it.
Rickman was dead.
Yeah, Alan Rickman too. JFK has been dead. JFK is 6 foot. Facial bone structure. I don't know how high his IQ was, so maybe that might be off the list, but I think he was pretty smart. His voice was relatively deep. It was probably a medium. He had a dry sense of humor. He's from Massachusetts, so it's a dry sense of like darker humor. So I don't know if she would like that, but he was funny, assertive. He was president, cowboy personality. He had that kind of swagger to him. I could see that, and he probably made about that as president. So yeah, JFK. I found her. I found it,
He
Michaela.
doesn't
I
have
found
a
it.
deep voice, apparently.
No, it was like a medium. Yeah, not deep.
But
I
that's
found
the
you,
thing.
Michaela. I got you.
Some of these you
What do you
need to put like the
compromise on?
decibels or like just more information because I hate the funny thing. I want someone who's funny. Guess we
Everybody's
all don't
funny.
want someone
I
funny.
personally find myself hilarious.
Oh, I personally find myself so cringy. I don't know why I'm on the internet, but it's fine. It's okay.
I'm
So I make
just
someone
saying,
laugh.
JFK. I found her. I found your man, Michaela. You got to dig 6 feet deep, but you know.
No, she
There
didn't
he
say they had to be alive. So,
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
right? She's got the pick of the litter.
You got
Or-
there you go. Put your own
You know?
Google.
Obviously, it's implied they're alive, but still, okay.
She didn't specify though. She's very specific with everything else on this list except for that one thing.
If he's living or not. Frog Finance says 6'3" with a 130 IQ will not get you a woman. Trust me, 33 years of experience. Were you 6'3" for 33 years?
Only 33 of them. I'm assuming Frog is 33 years old. That would be my
I know.
guess.
I'm just teasing. I'm teasing Frog.
But only for 33 years. They don't. I have questions.
Okay, here. People are mad. The above is more common than you think. Okay. I have talked to a 27-year-old Los Angeles. Okay, you talked to and actually dated might actually be very different.
Well, here's the thing though. Just because you're a surgeon does not mean your IQ is at that high of a level. Like what? I mean, you obviously have to be smart to be a surgeon, but I don't know that what do I know? I don't know.
Yeah. So she's dated an LA surgeon, 28-year-old, 2 Ivy League degrees, son of a diplomat, rich, flies to different states for haircuts and tennis with friends.
That sounds like a
29-year-old
low IQ guy.
Ivy League concert cellist, 23-year-old, 6'4" UK Berkeley grad making $350K per year. 25-year-old former MIT athlete, frat boy, now working as an engineer. So
I mean, that's fine,
are you
but do
showing
any of these?
off?
Well, here she's saying that she has talked to all these people, met whatever. I've talked to these people. She didn't say I've dated these people. So obviously these guys are her flaunting, but they didn't check every single box she had on her list. Otherwise she would be dating one of them. And why, if she was dating one of these guys, why were they not perfect? Why were they not good enough for her?
Yeah,
If they
so
matched all of her checklists.
you
I don't
found
think any of them
5
matched her
people after how many million people are in the States? We'll
I
just
have
call it the
no
States.
idea.
300 million?
Sure.
So 5 and 300 million. That seems pretty rare to me. And did you date them? Did you date them all? Because not on
330
top of
million.
330 million. Not only on top of that, you want someone who probably is going to treat you right. Just because they have all of this doesn't mean they're going to treat you well. It's wild. Anyways, did Tugs freeze for anyone? Or am I frozen? No, we lost Tugs. RIP. Oh, look at here. And then she's topping it off here. One of them proposed. So, hey, I guess they're good enough, even with all her criteria. Look at that. Look at that. So, oh, yes, Donald Trump checks all of but 2 on her list: bone structure and voice. Bone structure. Well, it depends on what her means of bone structure is. Donald Trump did look a lot more pleasant when he was younger. Youth does help with that sort of stuff. So I love like some of these replies here. You couldn't lock a single one of them in. No, one of them proposed. So I want to see what she said here. No serious one will pose that kind of face. Oh, hey, okay. One of them proposed. So what did you say? She didn't reply. That's it. I didn't choose them. Well, then why were you dating them? I always find that so strange when a girl dates a dude, and then that's what happens. They date and date and date. He falls in love, proposes, all them things, and then still doesn't want to be with them. Why are you dating them without the intention of wanting to marry someone potentially? It makes no sense. And now F's in the chat for Tugs. I don't know if her internet died, but she's not here anymore with us. She's no longer with us for the time being. I hope she comes back, though. I do hope she comes back. Yep. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Hokies, Saw, John, Psychotic. You guys are awesome. Yeah, she got the Canadian internet treatment. But yeah, maybe we'll ask her when she comes back. But we got Jason Webster for 5 Australian says, funny you should say that, X-Ray Girl. I'm in the middle of my morning workout right now. Ooh, what are you working out? What are you working out? Today I did bootay. I worked on my cakes. I'm all about the cake. Yellow cake. And then Jason Webster for $5 says, well, meet some of the requirements. I'm 6'1", deep voice, funny, highly educated, and have an IQ of 124. How do people get these IQ tests? Because this is not something that like a lot of people do over here in Canada. So maybe this is more of an Australian or American thing. The last kind of education rating that I've ever done, I finished university and got my certification for X-ray. So I think I did pretty well. Did about, typical Asian. I got an A or a Canadian A. Thank you, Jason, for that, by the way. Let's see. No one told me how to take an IQ test. Single Guy Cooking says finding the test is the first step in an IQ test. Probably. I need to know. Well, no, I don't need to know. That stuff is so don't I feel like it's like I don't know, don't care. I don't need it. Ooh, Jason says I'm working on my arms and legs. Very nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. So I guess what we'll do is we'll just keep trucking on until Tuggies is back. She is back. Hello, welcome.
That was weird.
What happened?
My little headset died and my mouse stopped working and my mic disconnected and that was weird. I've never had that happen before. My IT people in the chat figured that one out for me. That was weird. All they did was die.
PC.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. What did I miss?
Just a couple super chats and I finished off that last topic. So I guess we could go on to our next topic. Can we start with something fun before that?
Yeah, whatever you like. Absolutely.
I love these types of videos. Hey, if we're best friends into our like 40s, 50s, I expect you to do this for me when we take a picture. Regardless, okay? You ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Girls supporting girls. I love it.
Yes.
Girls supporting girls. It makes such a difference. Look how high they go.
No kidding.
Hot damn. I mean, I've always passed the pencil test. I think you have too. You know what I'm talking about, right? So you get a pencil or pen or whatever, and then you wear no bra, and then you put it underneath the breast. And
no, mine don't. Mine don't hold.
Yeah, mine don't hold either.
Oh, that's the test. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was like,
it's just
mine are
it
also
talks
little,
about perkiness. I know. Well, like I don't want to say like, for example, Sydney Sweeney would not pass the pencil test.
Right, Scarlett Johansson
big
probably wouldn't
bazongas.
pass that either. Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson might actually pass it though. She never had kids.
No, she's been pregnant. I think. I'm pretty sure. Oh gosh, am I about to Mandela effect myself?
Kids, guys.
I'm pretty sure she does. I thought
She was
did.
with who was she with for a while there? Was it Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah, 2 of them. Scarlett Johansson has had 2 children, Rose Dorothy, born in 2014, and the latest one was born in 2021, so he's 3.
Oh, okay. She didn't have kids with the other dude she was with.
And yes, she was with Ryan. Yeah, she had one child with her ex-husband. Yeah, with her ex-husband, Romain Durachel. And then Cosmo, what a name, is the little one that was just born to Colin Jost. They've only been married a few years.
Interesting.
But yes, I do believe she was with Ryan Reynolds. I think you're right.
Ah.
Yes.
This might be it. Don't think she carried them. Maybe that's why.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe that's why.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm about to fall down this rabbit hole.
Because I'm unaware. Clearly, I just remember when she was with Ryan Reynolds, and I'm like, they look like picture perfect together. But then when he got with Blake Lively, I'm like, wow, they're so dorky.
Yeah,
together.
She carried him. She was pregnant in Age of Ultron with the latest one. So he's 4 now, I guess. Almost 4.
Dang.
Yeah.
There we go. Sneaky Singy has been a member for 4 months and just has a cute little hearty emoji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sneaky.
Sneaky, I will try my best to play Lollipop Chainsaw sometime this week, but it's just been
What
busy.
is that? Sounds scary.
It is a game.
Well.
It Mark said he liked it, so probably will. I probably will like it as well. I just have to play it. But it's downloaded.
I think I want to try and brave Five Nights at Freddy's.
You should. It's really good. It's really scary. Now, Elijah, I love Elijah. Some very spicy tweets, but God, you remember that girl that had the leather jacket, cute outfit, but like when she backed up, you're like, whoa.
Oh yes, yeah. Gosh,
This tops it.
Oh,
Are you ready?
Does it?
Because this girl has a gorgeous face, right? Right?
Yeah, she's pretty.
Are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Why does everybody ask me if I'm Latina? Isn't it obvious?
Latina mommy.
Why does everybody ask me if I'm Latina? Isn't it obvious?
Your face.
Is that the same woman? Her face looks completely different. And usually when you're looking down, your face goes.
Look, so you're
I mean, maybe it's a filter. It might be a filter.
To this.
You can see it. Wait, okay. Yeah, you can see the tattoo. It's definitely her.
Yup. It's still her. I think it's the angle. The angle of the dangle.
Filter too. The angle of the dangle.
Well, this is the thing. We didn't we say this earlier? Camera down really does thin you out.
Yeah. The camera up here, I look a lot better at this angle than I did.
But that just it's crazy. From like And do you understand why he said the catfish thing now? Worse than a catfish. Because I've seen this happen to people. You know, you see the photos. You got to see a full face and at really awkward angles to know for sure what a person looks like.
This is why guys ask for like
full body shots,
selfies. Yeah,
I agree.
This is why. I thought the makeup thing was bad. This wins.
Yep. So, boys, be out there when you're dating on Tinder. Be careful. And I say this to girls too. Guys do the same thing. The worst I hate, is the hat fishing on guys. If you're bald, it's fine. I don't give a crap if you're bald. Just admit to it. That made me wonder. I always find that so weird.
What?
When you have to wonder, like, what's under there? You always wear a hat.
Yeah.
Like Tim Pool.
Tim Pool is probably
beanie.
Bald as a cue ball.
Which is fine. I mean, bald can be beautiful. I love like a bald dude. It's fine. Mark, don't shave your head. But like, you know, there's some bald guys out there that are really cute.
Oh, yeah.
Like Jeremy. You're right. Jeremy is completely bald.
Yeah. Yup.
Tara Crystal says most guys or most women don't like men without hair.
That's probably true.
To be fair though, do you think you'd want to date those type of women when they're that superficial? I don't think so.
Mm.
But I could say the same with dudes. Like if they're so superficial about a girl's, I don't know. Trying to think of physical trait. Boobs. Their boobs must be C cups.
Jason Statham.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But Jason Statham is like
The Rock.
He is, you know, an outlier. He has a lot of other things that are going on with him that is very desirable too. You know? You know?
Yeah.
So, anywho.
Bye.
Goodbye. Yeah. We talk about a lot of crazy, weird stuff here, so. Cajun says I'm bald with beard. Your hair migrated. It's fine. The great migration. It all happens to us. I don't mean to make light of that, but I've always told that to Mark. His hair has gone from a beard to no
It's like
beard.
I'm pretty sure the reasons, and I might hear Duke yell at me from over there if I get this wrong, but the baldness too is either too much testosterone. I think it's too much testosterone when you go bald. So at least you'll be able to give her babies.
Ay, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Ooh, what about gray hair? I've grown to love them.
Mm-hmm.
So I've said that if I ever were like single, the age range that I would date probably would be like 28 to 55. It's pretty wide.
Yeah.
So
I love the gray, especially if it's salt and pepper.
oof.
Listen,
There's
Richard
something
Gere
so
was
sexy
popular in
about
the 80s for a reason, okay? And the show The Nanny, Mr. Sheffield, was popular for a reason, and it was that skunk stripe on his hair, that gray. Oh, yeah,
I
something about
want, like experience is sexy to me. So the signs of that, gray hairs, couple wrinkles, bring it on. Bring it on.
We all age, okay? We all age, and then we all mold in the ground.
And I think
And,
that at least you kind of
rock.
know what to expect if you see it already. So
Yeah, that's fair.
mm-hmm.
20.
I have standards. They can't be too young, okay? Okay. So most people, Hertz, Gary's 55 vibe. Ew! Don't put Gary in the ring. I mean that in the nicest way.
Wow, wow.
I've always treated Gary like a dad, and today he had like a very dad moment. Chris Gore, I love you, Chris Gore. You are a garden tool sometimes. When it comes to this, he posted aerobicize, which is like girls in these like tiny little leotards.
Oh, yeah, from the 80s.
No, from the 80s. And he's like, extra girl, you should do an aerobicize stream. And I'm like, getting a little awkward, you know, like, I'm not going to do it, by the way. And I was like, oh, I'll ask my dad, I guess. And then Gary comes in and is like, I'll just be your dad. No. And I'm like, oh, he cares. It was so funny. So yeah, I appreciate it. But yeah, aerobicize, funny. I couldn't watch it. It was a bit too much. It's probably good exercise, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I'm not wearing that and streaming it and doing that. Nope. Do
it.
I agree. I'm not going to do it. I just wanted to like make a joke out of it instead of just being like, no. Yeah, I had to ask Alan, but you know, Gary said no, so I'm not going to do it. But yeah. Anyways, let's get to some of these. We got Jason Webster for 5 Australian says, I still remember the time I saw a woman walking through the city with black mesh see-through top on. No, no bra underneath. It was mid-morning. It's a bit too early to see some breasts on the street.
Lizzo.
That
These
is a
girls be-
nighttime club outfit.
That's a in the bedroom with your man outfit. What are you talking about?
I mean, I will at least say if it's going to a club, I can maybe rationalize it's okay to go out in public with that. But other than that, I say free the tit, but just wear something to cover the tits. I might be counted as prude, but that's fine. And Jason Webster for 5 Australian says, I remember this t-shirt that I read. It's not baldness, it's a solar
He's not wrong. Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that. It's a solar panel for a sex machine. Oh, that's good. It's good. Oh my god. All right. Okay. Let's continue on. I have this is actually crazy. And let me know what you think of this. So someone Googled why my husband's yelling at me, why my wife is yelling at me. And these are the Google search results.
I'm doing it right
for it. And I wonder if it's the same because when you search, at least on this person's image, why is my husband yelling at me? You get a helpline for domestic violence. And then when you say why my wife is yelling at me, potential triggers for a wife's yelling include feeling unheard, financial stress, mental health struggles, and disrespect, etc. It's important to understand the root causes. Constant yelling damages trust and emotional intimacy in a marriage. It also negatively impacts any children.
Okay, so I just did it. And the why is my wife yelling at me? That was the exact response I got. But when I searched why is my husband yelling at me, I got this answer. Yes, yelling can be a red flag in a relationship. It often signals deeper issues such as unresolved anger, lack of communication skills, or even emotional abuse. When one partner yells, it can create an imbalance of power and control, making the other partner feel disrespected and undervalued. And that was as of July 15th. That's the top answer. So I don't know when they must have changed it, maybe. Either way, it's a totally different answer when it should be the same answer.
No, Google is one of those weird things that depending on your demographic, it can change the answer.
Ooh, you do it. What do you get?
Okay, so why is my husband yelling at me? Which gave me that, which is the same thing, lack of communication. And then I will say this, the first thing that comes up, I'll show you guys. And you might need to scroll down for yours to show. So this is it. All this. Find a family violence resource and service in your area. We got Reddit, and then so the first thing is find family resources. And I'm curious to see what yours is.
Mine is the National Domestic. So it's that answer, the unresolved anger, like blah, blah, and then it's the National Domestic Violence Hotline is the next. And then it's
let's
Reddit.
try wife.
So it's the same.
Why is my wife yelling at me? Which is actually the same thing what was in the tweet. And then the next one actually is still to find the family violence resources. So
same.
I guess, is it really that different? I don't know.
The first answers that pop up that are different though. So potential triggers for a wife's yelling include feeling unheard, financial stress, mental health struggles, blah, blah, blah. I feel like that could be a potential trigger for a man's yelling too. All of those things. Like those should be the same.
It's interchangeable.
Answers. You know what I mean?
Weird. It's absolutely interchangeable. So who knows? I guess. I just thought it was interesting.
That is.
I wanted to test this to see if it's different.
It's definitely a different answer for man versus woman, but it should be the same because when you're yelling, you're frustrated, and either you just have a hair trigger, or all of the above, like feeling unheard or stress or whatever. That's the same for men and women. Why is this weird? Weird.
Excuse me. I apologize for that.
That was a good one.
Definitely weird.
Cheers.
So, Jonathan says still pushing a feminist narrative. I don't disagree.
It definitely is. That's so weird.
The Googlers are are females, maybe. Or some feminists. Who the frick knows? So, before we continue, Ian So Forth, oh my gosh, has just gifted 20 Poor Choices memberships. Thank you so much, Ian. Thank you.
If I could get my Stream Deck to work, I would push the button. But
yeah, if you got a membership, please thank Ian. Ian is the GOAT, and says
Ian
that
also.
well, says that I would date anyone if I were single.
Ian also crowdfunded most of my PC. Ian, I don't know if you saw my tweet and saw the pictures or not, but she's up and running, and I'm currently on her. The computer. I'm on the computer.
That's not going to get clipped. Psychotic.
Anyway, so thank you, Ian. Sponsored by Ian. Hashtag.
Yep. Totally. I love embarrassing you. It's cute. So,
well, I found my new blurb.
Jim Watari, thank you for becoming a new member to the channel. Appreciate you, Jim. Thank you. All right. So
Damn it, Mongoose.
I love some of these articles. So let's get this one. Since we're talking about women who have problems about men, women are struggling to find men who make as much money as they do. New York Post. This was a couple of years ago, but I think it's still pretty,
Oh my God, look at all the Taylor Swift things. The bloody hell is going on
It's a bit crazy. So a good man is hard to find, especially in this economy. The country is facing a crisis of broke dudes, according to new research from Cornell University, and it's less successful ladies single and disgruntled. So this is actually before even the red pill movement became a huge thing. 2019. So this was already starting. No, are we surprised? Not really.
Well, I don't know. It probably has something to do with for the last, 20 years, 30 years, whatever. Women have been hired and taken into college and given jobs over men for I don't know how long now because of affirmative action.
Maybe. Hard to tell. I think it's multifaceted, but yes, probably a big portion is that. So in the study published by Journal of Marriage and Family, Cornell sociologists explored America's declining marriage rate. They discovered a lack of financially eligible bachelors. There are shortages of economically attractive men, lead study author Daniel T. Lichter reports. Although we like to think marriage is based on love, he says also it is fundamentally an economic transaction, and women want partners whom they can call their equals. Lichter, who has also been studying marriages for 30 years, says the gig economy and lack of good jobs have contributed to the death of well-to-do dudes. So has the fact that women are outpacing men educationally upending the age-old dominance of male breadwinner over the past 5 to 10 years? Yes. The answer is yes. Women are now making more and they demand more. Not saying it's a bad thing, but in a societal results, yes. So now it's the case that more highly educated women are marrying down, says Lichter. Many men have to get with the program. Single New Yorker Gina Thibodeau has some theories of her own about the fella famine. I generally find that dudes these days just do less across the board, says the nurse practitioner. Their parents have coddled them and taken care of them, and they just don't go out there and make more money.
Don't know that those two things are connected.
I think you're just dating some really coddled dudes. The other thing is the innate want to take care of a man might end up making you find a dude that's dependent on the parents or you. And
she also lives in New York on the Upper East Side, so good luck.
Well, I don't even know how you live there, to be honest. So she stresses that she's not looking for anything outrageous. Safety and security as far as finances go. You can go move to the country and live on a quarter of your wage. Are you willing to do that? I feel like a lot of people are not willing to give up their lifestyle just to.
Oh, especially New York.
Yeah. They have standards for the cost of their drinks and rent and, you know, all of that.
And they're cosmopolitans.
Yep. I mean, Long Island iced teas. But yeah, so she's still coming up empty on dates. She says it's because men she goes out with don't feel the innate push to succeed that she does. I think for years they've always taken their role in society for granted, and I think they're just getting lazy culturally, she said. Morgan Jordan, a staff administrator at South Carolina College, says she's also struggling to find a partner on her level. I don't even consider myself all that successful. I just make a living wage and I am comfortable, says the 32-year-old who lives in upstate South Carolina and recently paid off her student loans. But the majority of the guys she meets can't say the same. Most men that I encounter, they're really underemployed and they can't seem to make a living themselves, she says, adding that many are wildly in debt and intimidated by her stability. I mean, that sucks that you are that well organized, but also, could you date a person that's in debt and maybe help them? Is that something that's a possibility? Or do they have to be out of debt by the time you date them?
Right. Like, what?
You'll always be in debt at some point. And, you know, sometimes it's house debt, but it's still debt. Student loans? I don't know. Okay. So in the States, people come out of student loans in 6 figures, right?
Yeah, sometimes depending on what you're doing. But it's like, here's the thing is I do think that this girl up here says that like she thinks men are getting lazy culturally. Yes, they are. Why? Because we're doing everything. They don't care to try because we're doing everything. We invaded their spaces, just like on the nerd side of things, women are invading the men's spaces and are taking over. And why should they? You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, because you did that. Women, as a general whole, have done that. Like,
And actually, Blind Eye sees far. This is a good question. Intimidated by stability or put off by her condescending attitude? Because how you say things, and I know some of you out there don't like when I say this, how you say things matter, because in this instance,
it does read kind of condescending.
Yeah. So and that's why I said, you know, guys, girls, no matter what, we all have some sort of debt. How you manage that debt really does matter because, you know, say you have 7 figures of debt from school. Now, are the collection agencies calling you? That matters, right? You know? Do you also have a house? Do you have, you know, is it credit card debt? Have you consolidated credit card debt and actually working towards paying that off? You know, I like to do the show, don't tell. And I know talking about finances is not comfortable, especially in the first few like months to year of dating. But if you're serious, you will talk about these things if you do like a person. So that's how I look at it when it comes to debt at the very least. And, you know, everyone gets into debt. Hopefully everyone gets to buy a house. If you can pay your house off, though, kudos to you.
That's a lot of money.
I envy you. Right? I envy you if you're able to do that. So, yeah. Wrap your how about we not mention student loans? Don't think about that. I mean, I think that's something that you should talk about when you're dating someone. Student loans, credit card loans, all that stuff. It matters. It shows how adult you are. Even though I hate using that term, like adulting.
I'm adulting.
It just shows how responsible you are more than anything. So, let's see here. My prospective partner's income is something I consider, says the 28-year-old who works as a staff caregiver at a home. Being on the lower end myself only serves to feed insecurity. Graduate student Isaac Suarez says he's not turned off by a woman who means business, but he has found his relationships tend to last longer when he makes a similar amount as his partner. I have dated women with money, and full-time professional women tend to be busier, and it's more difficult to find time to spend together. You know what? I know this is a man that we're talking about. Is the same thing with a woman. It's just to see, are you okay with it or are you not with that busyness?
And that first guy too, where he's like, my prospective partner's income is something I consider because I'm on the lower end of the spectrum when it comes to income. So it feeds insecurity. So if like he's making, let's say minimum wage, or not minimum wage, but minimum yearly, which is what, 50 grand a year. Let's say he's making 50 grand a year. He's also a staff caregiver at a group home. So yeah, you as a woman who is maybe a girl boss, you're going to have to change your lifestyle significantly if you want to be with this man in particular. But I'm going to tell you right now, he's most likely a good man. He probably checks all your boxes as far as like, he's somebody that's going to treat me nice and blah, 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 because he works at he's a caregiver at a group home. That takes incredible kind of person to do that. You know what I mean? So yeah, okay. So he's on the lower end. So he's not going to look at these girl bosses up here that are making 130 whatever a year because one, they work a lot. Two, they're not going to want to shack up with him because he may be the best dude on the planet, but they don't like the income because they're not equal.
Yeah. And there is a huge respectability factor on girls who perceive that I've seen personally. It's really hard for someone to get over that because in the end, they're going to feel like I'm the dude in the relationship. I'm allowed to do mean things to you because I'm the one that takes care of you.
Right.
Doesn't matter who is making whatever money. If that disrespect comes in, sorry, I'm out type of thing. Right. So, let's see here. What's this? Hi, Lynn. What's up? I love women who want to configure their mates like an avatar in a romance game. To be honest, like every person you date, it is kind of inherently like that. They're like, check, 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 check. You ask these questions, check, X, check. And then you have to figure out, all right, what things am I willing to let go? And what things do I really need?
Yeah.
Checklists are not a bad thing. Unless they're ridiculous. Like that last person we talked about.
Oh my God.
My checklist when I was dating was like stable,
Not a serial killer?
Not a serial killer. Can make me laugh. I can make them laugh. And if we get in a fight.
So funny? You're looking for funny?
Funny in the sense that they get my humor and I get their humor because, everyone can be funny. And then I want to get in one fight or two or whatever, however many, and see how we resolve it.
Yeah.
Because that for me, I can get along with everyone for the most part if I really wanted to. But could we solve an argument? That was more important to me than anything. When did I say anything about two legs, chat? I didn't say I need someone with 2 legs. Okay, yes, he has 2 legs. You're right. He has the legs where it counts. Let's see what else this article says. Thibodeau says she knows it's not necessarily a guy's fault if he's struggling financially. Still, given these circumstances, she had to devise a plan B for her future. If Mr. Right doesn't come along soon, she may just jack up with some of her lady friends at her professional level. Ooh, that's even worse than cat lady, I think.
Yeah, being like a group of 40-year-old women living together, that's I don't know how I feel about that. First of all, go away. Like what? You can't. You have all this money and you can't afford your own place, or you don't want to have your own place. You want to check up with a bunch of girls.
I mean, you and your friends could maybe buy condos in the same building, and then you can hang out. I find that very odd. Well, I mean, maybe this is the New York girl, so I could see that maybe.
That's
maybe.
true.
So
Maybe.
no matter
Yes,
what, you're
maybe.
probably gonna have to live with like roommates unless you're super rich in New York. Because how much is like a 1-bedroom condo in New York? Probably like what, $4,000 a month?
One bedroom apartment, East Side, New York. She's the Upper East Side, so let's see, Upper. All right, Upper East Side. 1-bedroom apartments, Upper East Side, New York. Let's see.
We're talking about NYC because this particular person is from Upper East Side, New York. So we were just trying to suss out why she has some of these standards.
Oh, let's pick a. Okay, let's assume. I'm gonna assume she can afford at least an actual bedroom and not a studio apartment. $5,000 a month, 1 bedroom, 1 bath.
Are you kidding me?
In Manhattan, at least on this website. Yeah.
Are you what? So you could spend $60,000 a year for your.
If you go down to a studio, oh, there aren't any listings, but they're probably around $2-3 grand would be my guess. That's what this one is. This is Manhattan, Upper East Side. So let's go Upper East Side specifically. Oh, it's not.
That is insane. Why
Nothing in specifically in the Upper East Side. Oh, here we go. Two bedrooms in the Upper East Side. There's no 1 bedrooms. 2 bedrooms is $6,000 a month. 1 bathroom, 2 bedrooms.
So 3,000, which is doable still, but like that is so expensive still. Cannot imagine spending 5,000 a month on living expense. And like, you know, y'all know I'm Canadian. USD to CAD. 5,000 USD. $6,700 a month. Oh, that is stupid. Okay, you know what? It doesn't even matter. Girls who live in New York, y'all are dumb. You shouldn't live there. It's way too expensive. Nope. So if you're out there and you don't make the money to pay that,
so here's one in New York that is. It doesn't tell me. I don't know. I clicked it, but I don't see it.
Yeah, single guy cooking. Anyway, this is how much I spend. Not even in a month for everything.
Central Park apartment. I'm assuming 1 bedroom. It might be a studio, but it's $4,300 a month. And that's on Central Park, like with the view of the park, like it's right there.
That is insane.
750 square feet.
I would need to do an aerobic stream to afford paying that. Oh God, no, thank you. So, Thibodeau says maybe in a few years we'll move in together. She says they're successful and I like them. Well, we'll see. The friends, at this rate, you probably should hang out with your friends way more than those guys.
It's crazy. Can you imagine?
Wow. Wow. Nightmare for $2 says men in trouble, women most affected. But who caused the trouble? You know, I will say this. Some women don't know that they're causing the trouble. Like when I went into university, I probably had a lot of feministic ideals that were way too much. High standards, high expectations for maybe what I was giving in a relationship. And I'll admit it, but you know, it's a mix between school and movies and people I talk to that you create unrealistic ideals. And it takes maybe not a lot of dating, but the right people around you. And you don't always get that right away. Or they might even be around you and you ignore it for however many years.
Yeah.
Like how many
times they make less money than you.
Yeah. How many times has your parents told you not to do things and you still did them?
Yeah. Nothing makes a teenager do something harder than telling her not to.
Don't do that. It's absolutely so true.
Especially women. Oh man.
Ian so forth with 50 British pounds says absolutely. Professional women are busy making TikTok dance videos in the office. Men need to calm down, accept how the sausage is made. Now, I have problems when people do TikToks in their workplace, unless it is part of their job. You know, if it's
So
part of your
annoying.
social media, it's a bit more acceptable, but like I am not going to make a TikTok or a reel being like the day in the life of X-Ray Girl. Oh my God, I'm going to the wine and getting a glass. Oh my God, I'm going to work out now, guys. Wish me luck. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like the most cringy things ever. But those videos were ridiculous when they had come out. Chris Gore! Chris, I did mention you earlier about aerobics. You had suggested for us to do aerobicize. Yeah, don't make TikToks at work. The worst ones that I found were the nurses that would take time to cry mid day and be like, I'm having such a hard day. Like, why do you need to share that? This seems so strange. Yeah, we all know it's hard to be a nurse. It's hard to work in healthcare. You're going to have patients that die. It's not nice. I've had patients that died. Did you see me making TikToks? I actually almost would not talk about those situations on stream because of how much it affected me at the time. So I don't know. I find that icky, but then again, I'm not normal, maybe? What? Oh,
Yeah.
I hear your fan.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, I have to turn on my. Hold on.
Yeah. Chris says, put on the aerobicize video. I didn't bookmark it. I'm so sorry, Chris. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna disappoint you, Chris. No aerobicize for you today.
You're not sorry.
Maybe not. I don't have a unitard on, so I don't have a unitard. And yes, Nick, the nurse is dancing during the coof. Yes, another cringe thing. I would never make a cringe TikTok while at work because you're on work. But if I had downtime and my friends and I did it, we would do that more for personal stuff versus, you know, let's show how the government money is being spent by dancing and making proof of it for videos.
Is that better?
Yes. Thank you. If they didn't like you, jobs could use that as a reason to fire you.
Yeah. The nurse thing is really wild. It's really wild. And I'm sure I overshare a little bit on social media in some places. Not so much now that I've been with Duke, but especially before, because whatever. But like some of these people, like that mom that danced while her baby was in the NICU because he had RSV, went viral for it.
That's weird.
Like maybe we stop doing that weirdness. Now that mom's on that Mormon wives show is Tony about, which is quite the plot twist. But anyway, it just why? And the nurses that were crying.
It's so
and then the nurses
tough
that were doing the
being a nurse.
TikTok dances, you know, it's COVID lockdown, people lost their jobs, we can't do anything, you know, we
And
can't
you're
see
dancing.
and you're dancing
And getting paid for it. That's wild. And yes, I've been in the lockdown during pandemic and I thought it was cringe too, y'all.
It's so
and yes,
cringy.
Crazy Cat Women, not for Harris.
That's me.
Not for Harris. At that call, I heard some stuff about that and I watched some clips of Nerds and Geeks for Harris.
The fact that was Linda Carter. Linda Wonder.
It's so sad. R.I.P. to a lot of heroes.
Yeah. It's not very wonder, are you, woman? Mm-mm.
My thing about those types of campaigns is, and I'll put this on the same like area. This is where I probably started. It was, remember the ice bucket challenge when people like either do an ice bucket or donate, and I'm like, I would rather you donate than do the ice bucket thing. Also, that's a waste of water.
Oh my gosh, it was fun. I did it with friends. It was fun.
Donate
but we also
as well. I hope
we also donated. Oh yeah, for sure.
I think that was like one of the things that like pissed me off about that. It's like, yeah, I love this awareness, but like, are people actually donating? I hope so. I hope so.
Apparently they're I don't remember the numbers now because it's been so long. But they did raise that. The organization did raise quite a bit of money. So
That
it's
is good.
just I can't with these people. I really just can't.
All right. Your girl is slowly falling asleep, unfortunately. I do
know
have a
you
couple
were.
stuff. I know. I'm so sorry. I've been so stressed lately with like life stuff. So, we have a family member moving in. So we've been getting the house ready, and I'm exhausted.
Not a baby. I asked already. Damn it.
Oh yeah, no. You know what's funny? I posted last week that I went to a gender reveal. And I realized what the post looked like afterwards. I'm like, people probably thought I was pregnant. They're like, is it a boy or girl? Crap.
We're still
Not
waiting
pregnant.
for baby cyborgs. Baby cyborgs. Look at it.
One day, guys. Okay. One day. But let's get some of these super chats right. We got Jason Webster from 5 Australian says, my sister has always been very successful in high paying positions. In fact, she paid off her university debt just a handful of years after graduation. Congratulations to her. That's good for her. You know, that was actually the first thing I did.
Is she married? And if she's married, did she marry her boss?
That's a good question. I paid off my debt within I think a year, but I threw everything at that, to be fair. Like I lived like, yeah. Hokey says, I thought you were supposed to wait for the kid to pick their gender. Well, this is Canada.
2024, Hokies. It's 2024.
This is Canada. Well,
sorry,
we
that one made me laugh.
We also have Mayor of Toronto, Olivia Chow, changing the signs of bathrooms from female and male to cis female and cis male.
Oh.
They're adding a cis on it. Do you know how much that would cost?
So much money. It's like the people that wanted the airplane seats bigger.
It's well, I mean, airplane seats I could see that being more useful.
Or the hotels. Remember the hotel one where she wanted them to redo the whole hotel?
It's literally so ridiculous. We have also a road, Dundas Road, where they're changing the signs because the person who is named after Dundas, he apparently was like some huge racist and owned slaves and stuff like that. Oh, and it's like, so we're spending $2 million to change road signs when people are hungry, can't find homes. Okay. You know, I see how it is.
You know what? On Valiant's stream, we were talking about Joker 2 and the box office and whatnot and what we think it's going to do, blah, blah. But he put it in perspective. He said, listen, Joker 1 made $1 billion. If you took that money and did the inflation today, it would be $1.4 billion and some change, which is more than what Deadpool and Wolverine have made, and they're the highest grossing so far this year. I was like, oh my God, inflation is nuts right now. Well, I don't know why that put that in perspective for me. For whatever reason, it did. And I was like, and Deadpool Wolverine is killing it. Like, they're doing a really good job. But Joker 1 5 years ago would still have made more money. And that's how bad inflation has gotten. And like, it's just insane. I was like, holy cow. I mean, I saw it in my groceries, but sometimes you need. Anyway.
Well, like there was a pack of chicken at Loblaws for like $30. It was like what, 4 to 6 breasts? Like, how is it that expensive? That usually costs like 15 to 20.
Like, I could see if that was like a steak.
No, it's not even a steak. It's the crazy part. So yeah, inflation be cray. Andrew Matthews for 2 British pounds, because we have Lynn Jones back on Time of the Month. We haven't done Time of the Month in so long.
I know. And since you asked, no.
We love Lynn. Shut up.
Yeah. No, we do. We do. I'm just being sassy to Andrew.
We love you, Lynn.
Since Andrew asked specifically. No.
We should probably get a guest at some point. We just have.
I know.
I've been enjoying just like us as well, to be honest.
Yeah, it's been nice to chill.
So, We also have Jason Webster for 2. Australian says, my sister married her boss. Wow, you predicted that so hardcore. Wow.
Called
wow.
it.
Wow. We didn't even know. We didn't even know. That is hilarious.
Amazing.
Hilarious. Nightmare for $5 says the white dudes for Harris ad felt exactly like erectile dysfunction ad. Wow.
You know what the geeks one feels like to me? Feels like you bought people to support you. Bless you. That's what it feels like.
And
to
that's
me.
probably what happened.
Bought.
And those people probably did not donate money, physical money, to the cause.
Oh Lord, we should have disprove.
I've asked before, and he doesn't want to come on these types of shows. So
Oh,
I know. Otherwise, we would. So, yes, chat, guys, everyone. It's going to be a shorter stream because I gunned on, effed up, and got tired. And I don't know if you can tell, I'm really tired. It's wearing on me. But thank you for being here, Tugs. What is going on with you?
I was like, Saturday is G&G tabletop. My next scheduled stream is on Sunday. And I have a new PC. Yay!
Yes.
That I built myself. Yay!
Wait, tomorrow. What else is happening with us? It's tomorrow,
what's
right?
happening tomorrow?
Or is it next week?
Oh, I don't know. You messaged me and said Thursday, but I don't know which one you meant. Is it tomorrow?
Now I'm confused.
I never did get it. I forgot to ask you specifically which one. So maybe something is going on tomorrow morning.
Maybe something. Let me.
I need to know.
We'll chat after the stream. I'm so sorry. I'm tired. I don't even know what's happening.
I may or may not be on Morning Roast tomorrow. Maybe next week.
Yes.
We don't know.
We don't know. But yes, morning roasts tomorrow. I honestly don't even know if I'm going to be streaming in the evening with Kara, depending on my schedule, because I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. But I will try at some point to do a stream. It just is a matter of when. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the donations. Thank you everyone for just joining in the conversation, because I really appreciate that. And I know Tugs does too. And it's nice to see Tugs on a bigger screen.
On a bigger screen and in clear. So I got to make sure I do my makeup right now.
Yes.
I can't half-ass it anymore.
So we'll see you guys next week. Ciao, ciao. Au revoir. Bye-bye.
Konnichiwa.